Okay, so this being my first video, I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna go. It's kind of a tender topic, talking about one of the most likable characters in My Hero Academia for my first video on a new channel. Let's just say it's a bit of a gamble. I understand that a lot of people that do watch My Hero Academia don't really care about really in-depth stuff, and they just kind of just want to understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna make it as easy as possible for you to understand what I'm talking about, instead of going really in-depth and talking about stuff that doesn't even matter. I mainly have two reasons for really disliking Bakugou, just two aspects of him. One of them being the way he used to bully Deku when they were much younger. Obviously, if you've seen the show, you would know that majority of the people that are born will have a quirk. Obviously, Deku didn't have one because he's a protagonist, and there needed to be something to hold him back so the story could progress. So at some point in his life, for a few years, Deku was quirkless and he accepted it. However, he did get bullied a lot, and the main person being Bakugou and his two cunt of a friends, and basically they all used to hang out. For some reason, Deku kept running back. I guess it's just because he's a nice guy, and he just kept getting bullied and bullied. And one of the examples that we're shown is when he's trying to protect somebody, literally the first scene of the series, where he's protecting somebody and he gets fucked up. I know anime is really over exaggerated, and the common anime character could take a lot more hits than a normal human would be able to in this world, but Deku still gets fucked up and he's like 4. What the fuck's going on here? Now, obviously, we know that Bakugou has been praised from when he was younger, and that's why, you know, he's so arrogant, but like that, I don't really understand that point. So you basically grow up thinking that you're the best, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a prick about it. I guess that's just where his personality comes in, and that's what I don't like. You could be brought up thinking that you're crazy and insane and the best person because of how good your quirk is, but that doesn't really mean that you need to be a dickhead about it. That's just Bakugou. I'm gonna give you a few examples of times where he's bullied Deku or put him in a very bad position, which I just really don't like and find unnecessary. Threatening him not to go UA. Now, people that love Bakugou are just gonna be like, yeah, he's just messing around, but legit, this guy's quirk is explosion. I don't know if you know what that means, but like, he can explode things. A man's putting his hand on his shoulder, doing like some little pussy ass explosion and saying, don't go to UA. That's threatening, like, come on. So you're telling me Bakugou's clearly physically more fit than Deku, and he has some insane quirk, like one of the most overpowered quirks in the fucking show, and my man still has to use it against somebody who's weak and quirkless. Like, this guy's a fucking pussy, I'm sorry. The next part is when he shoots a massive blast using his sweat gauntlets. The first time he uses it during that training, I remember when I was watching this back when I was in school, and I was like, bro, I fucking hated this character, and I was like, this is it, he has to get expelled now, like, this is him, goodbye. He didn't get expelled, I don't know why. Actually, I do. It's because he's just so smart that he aimed a little bit off the side so it wouldn't hit him. Fuck that, man. You never know if your equipment can malfunction. Obviously it didn't, so it's pointless talking about whether it could have or not, or whether it would, but sometimes you have to take into consideration that equipment's faulty and it could break. Not everything worked perfectly. So imagine one wrong slip up, Deku's gone, fam, or he's fucked. Now, my final reason for the he bullies Deku bit is just, he's just a prick to him for no reason. And this goes for other characters as well. Todoroki and some members of Class B, they all just kind of get verbally abused by him, being called rejects and extras and shit. That obviously is played off for laughs because it's an anime, and maybe I'm taking it too seriously, but I really don't like seeing a character like that get so much spotlight. Obviously, we need somebody apart from Deku as the main character who's always a nice guy and everything. And of course, a person like Bakugou would be fine for that, but he just takes it a little bit too far and it feels unnatural. I don't think anybody's really that angry. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really the most cheerful person when I'm outside. I kind of just get on with what I'm doing, and that's what I would expect Bakugou to be like. Obviously, they need to spice it up, so throw in a little bit of, you know, anger issues in there. But this guy's legit 24/7 always angry, no reason. Oh, because he was brought up like that. Well, he was brought up thinking he was amazing. Like, if anything, that should be the opposite. If he's brought up in a bad way and always being hated, then he's gonna hate everyone back. It makes no sense. On to my next point. He's supposed to be smart, but it's actually pretty dumb sometimes. This is absolute facts. He's supposed to be second in the class in midterms, and he's supposed to be really smart, and he acts dumb. Here's one example of this. You guys remember the flashback where they show Bakugou fall into a lake and Deku goes to help him? He takes that, twists it into Deku looking down on him. What the fuck? I don't know if Bakugou, like, legit, this is like mental issues. To twist that, someone helping you, twist it around and make it look like he's doing the opposite. It makes no sense, and it goes back to the unnecessarily, like, really pissed all the time. My man tried to help you out of a lake and got pissed and upset and butthurt, and now he's just a prick and started bullying him. He can't follow the rules even when his life and others are in danger. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, this is during the All For One situation where All Might was facing off against him, and Deku, Todoroki, Kirishima, Yaoyorozu, and Leader had to go and help him. Now, Deku made this whole plan up and everything was going smoothly, but he purposely made Kirishima be the one to call his name because he thought that if it was anybody else, he wouldn't do it. Why? I get that the author is obviously trying to build up and, you know, showcase the friendship between them that they've built, and that he trusts him, but so you're telling me if it was Deku had his hand out saying "Come Kachan," he would be like, nah, Nah, I'm just gonna stay here with some fucking nitty. It makes no sense. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, it'd be nice if you left a like and subscribed. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this channel. I just wanted to vent about Bakugou. I was just thinking about this last night, and he just really annoys me, so I wanted to make a video on him. However, I am a massive fan of Attack on Titan. It's my favorite series, so if anyone wants to see videos on that, I'll try to make one. I don't know what I would even do. But if you enjoy anime discussions that aren't super in-depth for absolutely no reason, you found the right place. Thank you for watching.